Really? No confidence in us, right? That we wouldn't both be on the couch? Terrible. Terrible. Jules had full confidence. Thomas got boozled. Hi, folks. Sorry, I did start the I started the timer later than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. That was just a result of moving a little slow today. Not really a thing that happened, just like looking at the clock, moving very slow, and then drastically underestimating the time it takes to do a thing, which is funny as we've been doing this show every week for like 2.5 years, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm good. It's like, no, you're not. Move faster, Pokey. Anyway, morning. Yeah, it's a relatable thing. It's a relatable thing because there's definitely times where you wake up and you're like, and then you finally come to and you're like, oh wait, I should be doing a thing. A lot of staring into space.
Am I hearing bass? Not right this second.
No, I heard it too. I thought it was a vehicle moving.
Mm-mm.
You know what I've always thought is that if you're gonna play like thumping music, you should do it at 9 a.m.
Your neighbor's back. No.
No, God. Oh God. Man, how quickly humans just forget
I
things.
know, that was during the pandemic too, like the start of it, remember? It was like the first 2 months.
Once it ended, my brain was like, we're good. We're good.
Jules says the prodigal staring at the wall of the morning is known to me.
There's mornings where it's just like it gets better, but like at the very start of the day, I'm like, it's just a consequential amount of staring. Consequences being starting the timer a little late, but we started the stream at 9, so it's fine.
How's your coffee?
It's good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for pouring it. I wanted to tell you there's 2 things happening today. One of which there's 3 things happening today. One of them is Orange's Board just gifting 10 tier 1 gift subs. Thank you for the milk bombs, Orange. I appreciate that. I'm gonna read out those names in a minute. There's 2 other things happening today. One of which you will care about. One of which a small handful of you will care about. I'll start with the thing that you'll all care about, or probably a lot of you. There's another stream today. I'm doing a First 20 stream. As with all First 20 streams, I can't tell you what time it will start because I don't know. My goal, my internal goal is always to start before 3 p.m. Eastern. That's what I'm always aiming for. Like, if I can start by that time, then I'm like, yes. I'm hoping I start sooner than that, but that's always like by 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm like, if I can get started by then I'm doing good. We got a lot of
Games to play?
we do have a lot of games that we can possibly play, so I don't know how many we're going to do exactly, but the genre differentiation is huge. There's just so many different things. So, and then the final thing.
Oh, I know now what this other thing is.
There's been a lot of sighing in the household because I was like, Mal, guess what's coming Tuesday? Guess what's happening Tuesday? And she's like, Sony is announcing a new and I'm like, Sony is announcing a new camera. the FX3 is real, and they're announcing it today. It's relevant because there's a lot of cameras that get released, and they're interesting, and I want to like learn about them, but they're not relevant to me. It's just like neat. Will there be a Sony camera vlog then? I don't know if I'll talk about it on the vlog or not. But this camera is relevant because you never know. Depending on what it is, specifically. It's relevant because this is shot with the camera and you're watching it. This one does have a screen. I'm just saying, it's... the potential for, like, next vlog camera is something I'm always, like, looking for. That's what I'm always looking for. And then, for a long time, I've been like, A7S3. Yep. It's a good choice. The FX3, I'm like, smaller body. No EVF, which I don't need, don't use. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, it's exciting for me. Like I said, no one else. Let's circle back around to that first thing. Orange is Borange. 10 gift subs to FNXZine. Or FNXZine. Not Zach23. Line Rider. X Imperial Knight. Sabri. Or Sabri. The GD Beard. I didn't know they'd let you write that in a username. Keita Loves SSM. Super Bear 4227. Plague Spine. And Skytrap. Skytrap. It says ASMR, but it's gotta be Skytrapple? I guessed. I did my best. Orange, thank you. I appreciate that. We also have a sub from Orange. Welcome. I'm gonna start reading some of these, probably a little bit slowly, continuing to evoke the
staring into the wall feelings.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a meander. I meander a little this morning, and that's fine.
Have more coffee.
I've been having coffee. It's great. Thank you for making this.
You're welcome.
There was a moment where I was getting out of bed and I was like, huh. I definitely have laid in bed too long. I definitely have. And then when I came upstairs and I heard you making coffee, I was like, will you make me a coffee too? And you did. So I appreciate it. That means a lot. Well, thank you, Orange. The mornings are fun. It's I mean, we've been doing the show obviously now for a long time, but it's just it's enjoyable to me. It's nice to have a little social thing in the morning. I know other folks appreciate it, but we appreciate it too. It's just fun to do one of those. Just kind of. I told you I was gonna meander. We got sub from Super Skrull. Welcome. Max says same, but at 3 o'clock. Yeah. We're international. 9 months from Phoenix Zuzo. Appreciate it. 29 months from Phelps Out. 9 months. I'm not apologizing to Chaz. 9 months from Rainy Days. Good morning. It's 37 degrees here, which is almost a heat wave for Wisconsin. It feels great. Happy to be here another morning for breakfast stream.
I know Chaz was talking about how thrilled he was that they had above 32 degrees.
I think Chaz can jump in. I think Chaz said it was like the longest stretch below freezing in Indiana's history. Might have that wrong, but I think that's what I heard. And that's not great. Oh, 14 years, not history. Oh, okay. It's still a long time. It's a long time. Yeah, we've had a few days where we have dipped below freezing, which is...
And by days, you mean nights.
Yeah, well, the concept of a day encompasses a 24-hour period. But I get your meaning. We've had a few nights that have dipped below freezing. And that, I mean, that's cold for us. But then also we've had, like yesterday was the first day in a while where it got warm enough to take a walk. because I think it got up to like 62 or 65. So we actually were able to go take a walk yesterday for a while. So that was good. Central U.S. and Texas has heated up a little bit again. Well, I mean, certainly compared to what the horror of last week was. Of course, they're also going to be dealing with the fallout of that for a bit too. So, also, I see some of you have noticed a new feature. We've got. I announced this on Friday, right? So the breakfast stream folks haven't seen that. Just one single thing dripping down the side. The new feature is that whenever you redeem your...
Oh, what happens? Uh-oh.
It's not an uh-oh. It's a button.
A button?
It's this.
Oh.
Whenever you redeem your...
Also, hot chocolate.
Oh, wait. I didn't set it up. Okay, hold on. Don't redeem your channel points. Jesus. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this live. Just hold on. I'm going to do this live. I told you. See, everyone probably thought, oh, he was late because he was fixing it. No, I was late because I was in bed and I was warm.
Kippies. Hi.
That's why. Give me a sec.
Hi, Kippies.
Oh. You're just gonna have to hold on. I told you we're doing it live. Give me a sec.
There's Kippies. Hello, baby.
Do 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 do.
Come on.
This will all make sense in a minute. All right, here we go. Hold on. Everyone that was, hi bud. Everyone that was here on Friday already knows about this. It'll make a lot more sense on breakfast stream. I forgot I have to update all of these, man. Every single.
You have to do it for first 20 stream too.
Yeah, watch me forget again. Please don't jump onto the keyboard while I'm
typing.
While I'm typing, that would be.
Come here, Kippy. I have a lap. It's a good lap. Come here.
Love doing this live. This is
Do you want? What if I have the blanket? Oh, that was
Okay.
exciting. Come here. I have the blankets.
All right, reset that sucker. Okay, now, gosh darn it. There it is. There we go. Colored text. Sorry. Also, it's good that I did that in a way because I would have forgotten. Okay, so now I was kind of wondering why no one was really talking about it. I was like, oh, that's so weird. They're redeeming points and no one's talking about it. That's really strange. Now we're set. Gosh darn it. As you'll notice, down below in the chat, which is actually not... Well, I'll fix it after the stream. It's supposed to be 4 lines. That's on me. I'll have to fix it. As you'll notice, when you look there, you will see that when you redeem channel points, it has a color, and that's it's kind of neat. It's not like a life-changing thing, but it is kind of neat. The reason that has happened is that after having some issues with we don't have to name names. Let's just say various other websites that allow you to do chat boxes and alerts. After having some issues with some of these websites, to the point of screaming profanity into the air and shaking our fists, Chaz decided to just make his own. The alerts have been run by Chaz now on a system that he created for a year. I don't know. It feels like forever. It feels like it's been forever. But one thing we hadn't replaced was chat. We had not replaced chat. So Chaz did that. Chaz's suite of tools that he's building, he decided to name Snakebag, which is an item from Earthbound. Thomas will jump in about any second to let you know that he named it. So I'll just stop him.
Chaz said that.
I'll stop him by ruining the moment. And yeah, now chat is a part of Snakebag. It does mean also that we've completely relieved ourselves of all reliance on
anything else.
And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. As a general rule, the things that you see on screen are run by Snakebag and Chaz. Yeah. It also means that we get to do fun, cool things like channel points can change the color of the text. So it's neat. It's something that, you know, there's not a lot of other channels doing because they're relying on these other sites. But because Chaz develops the tools for our streams, he can just make things happen. It does require me to
remember to
update a thing. But I updated it, so now we're good. I'm pretty sure we'll be set now. Okay. Now that there's colored text and the world is fixed, I can proceed. 30 months from Mac, who says 30 months, aka 2.5 years of crunch, onwards to 3. Thanks again for all the quality entertainment, grandparents. Greetings from Norway. Thank you, Mac.
30 months.
Man, that's several. That is several months.
Yes, it is.
You
are not wrong.
Well, I know. I don't know why you're sighing. I'm like, that's literally multiple months. Yeah,
it's more than 3.
It is. It's definitely more than 3. It's 3 with a 0, which sounds like, you know, if you're doing math, it would still be 3, but that's not how numbers work at all.
You would know.
Mm-hmm. I learned a thing or two about numbers. 9 months from Arpega. It's a triple plus. 21 months from B.O. Rasmu. Hurt my back, so I guess I'm staying home today. I mean,
hope it feels better.
Staying home, I guess, is a bit of a perk, but also that's not the reason you want to be home. So I hope you feel better. There's a lot of times where I wake up and I'm like a little iffy. Like I got like a pain. But a little laughter just fixes me right up. A little different than hurting my back, I guess. Actually, some fun fact, last time I hurt my back, I fell down the stairs. That was the last time.
See, I just woke up wrong the other day, and now I have a catch in my back. When I turn my head or like tilt it this way, it starts to hurt. And it's feeling better today.
Wow. You've got
other problems in my life, yeah.
Other problems in your life. Hey, here's a resub that gets a clap. Jules. Hit 12 months, that's a year. Hello, breakfast stream, my old friend. It actually didn't say friend, it says Frened. But I bet it was intended to be friend. Hello, breakfast stream, my old Frened. I used to know a guy named Ted. That's part of the humor. I suspected. Thank you, Jules, for continuing to add to the comedy of the stream. It's okay. Brain take a while to work. Sometimes you just wake up and stare at the wall for a bit. 28 months from Quack Team James. Hey, grandparents, wanted to say I just ordered some coasters of 2 of Mal's pieces, the Steam Gardens and Twin Peaks.
Cool.
And they look amazing. Keep being incredible, you two. Nice. Nice. I've seen a lot of people ordering
blankets.
Yeah, I was going to say shower curtains,
that
but yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and I don't normally see a lot of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen quite a few people order like blankets and also shower curtains of Twin Peaks, especially.
Max says, "Wait, there's coasters? Yeah, they come in a 4-pack, and unfortunately, you can't mix and match the paintings. It's like a 4-pack of a
That would
painting.
be cool.
I know.
That would be cool because it would be
You
perfect.
don't buy them individually, unfortunately.
If they let you do I don't know if they'll change their mind at some point, but if they do, you can have a tropical freeze set.
That would be cool. Yes.
That would be cool. It'd be really cool. You could do an Earthbound set. I'm talking about all these fun things that don't exist. Love to do that. Yeah, there's a lot of, and they're adding products too.
Yeah, and there's little things that I feel like are kind of hidden on the site. Like there's an apron, like a kitchen apron.
Yeah.
It doesn't work with every painting, and some of them don't have it yet because I'm still going back through and putting it on items that are new that weren't there when I started Mal Makes.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Is like they add a
product.
They add a product, and then it's like, we've got this cool new product. And Mal's like, that would be really neat. I have 100 paintings. And then it becomes like a long-term thing of like, well, time to slowly go back through and add the painting to this particular item. So it has to be done by hand. There's another way to automate that. 15 months from Munchkin Macadamia. Good morning, grandparents. Today is my 20th birthday. Thank you for being such a big part of my life for the past few years. You two always make my day with everything you do. It's always a pleasure to watch your content.
Happy
Thank
birthday.
you. And happy birthday. 20 is a big number. 20 is it's very what's the word? Symbolic. Because like you're leaving your teens and you're beginning into the next step. That's how I felt. I felt like that when I moved into my 20s, and then I felt that again, that symbolism as I moved into my 30s. Presumably you just always feel it when you switch the first number. I don't know. Maybe there'll be a time where I'm like, I didn't feel it this time. But I'm not there yet. I'll let you know. 22 months from Sparkstrike. 22 months, I'm celebrating by having cookies for breakfast because I am an adult, TM.
I want cookies.
I knew, I'm not going to name him. I knew a guy who very regularly had ice cream for dinner. Like regular enough that it was a thing. And you know what? He's fine. Is it Thomas? No, Thomas would beat Sand. 28 months from Ryan. He says, thanks for all you two do. Glad to have done it again for 28 months. Will gladly do it for 28 more. Keep being awesome. Try. Do my best. 12 months. I don't know if... I just realized I don't know if the music on Breakfast Stream is synced. So if it isn't, that'll just look weird. 12 months from Just NTV. He says, 1 whole year subbed. Crazy. I don't hop in as much as I used to due to school and work, but I'm so happy to be here this morning. Much love, Stephen and Mal. Glad you're here. And congrats on a year. Was it in sync? Oh, okay. You
didn't look like you were.
I remember when I set up Breakfast Stream, like all of the different layouts and stuff have different things. The music, I think the music is like ever so slightly off. The most important thing was to get alerts.
Yeah.
Perfect because we have
to sing.
Because I have to sing.
And
if I'm singing not at the beat of the music, it sounds crazy. But then I know the music's perfect on like First 20 stream, which is a place where it does not need to be perfect. Thomas says I don't do any of that, and it's great. We're all just doing our own thing, and that's fine. 29 months from Squid says I haven't been here in a while, but woo, 29 months, and by the time you read this, I'll be gone. Like a thief in the night. 7 months from Rad is Not Dead, who says 7. 6 months from Super Thingamabob. Just found out last night in a coding thing for a job application that apparently I've forgotten how to code in the years since I left uni, so that's fun for my job prospects. It'll come back to you.
Yeah.
It'll come back to you. Sometimes you need, just it's a little jump start for your brain. But stuff like that is like riding a bike.
Like, I feel like I've forgotten how to do HTML and CSS.
But if you sat down, it'd start to come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Squid says, still here. Like a thief in the day. 20 months from Goldmage, who says, good morning. Love you both and thank you for all the kindness and fun you've given us. More parrot info and other fun stuff coming. Teach me about the parrots. I need to know more about these birds. Jill says, I play guitar every day and I forget all the time how to play.
I get that.
I mean,
sometimes I'm like, how do I want to paint this tree bark? I did it really good one time. How did I do that?
The frustrating thing for me is that there's occasions where when I'm doing editing stuff, like I'll need to use like a specific technique. Mm-hmm. And if it's been so long since I've used it, I have to like relearn how to do it. And that's fine. Here's a good example. It just came up the other day. I released a memorable moment for Mario 64 where we consult the player's guide. And I make all the thumbnails for memorable moments. And I wanted to have a sunburst in the background. And I've done sunbursts before.
Like a realistic one, or like one that's like the rays?
The rays.
Okay. Okay.
And I knew that I've done it before, and I was like, how do I do it? I remember I was like, I need to start with a gradient on a separate layer. And then I was like, I know that I need to...
Radial something somewhere.
So what it is there's under the filters?
Yeah, it's under filters.
Under filters, there's wave.
Mm-hmm.
When you do wave, it gives you a box with all these different metrics. And if you adjust the metrics just right, it allows you to make stripes.
Yeah, that's polar.
No.
Isn't that because it's north to south?
No, you're on the same wavelength, but you're a step ahead.
Oh, okay.
You do wave to turn that gradient into stripes. Mm-hmm. And then after you've got your stripes down, then you do polar coordinates.
That's it. Which
inverts it and sends it outwards, and then you have your sunburst. So I was like, okay, I want this to be, I want a sunburst. I want it to only have rays in certain places. So I think I did like black and yellow, and then I set it to screen so it would do that. But it took me like several minutes because I was like, Jesus, I gotta like think how to do this. I think the first time I ever had to do that actually was for a meal, because I was emulating. I don't know which logo of it.
It's in the logo,
but it was a logo that needed a sunburst, and I was like, I need to know how to make this, because you can Google a sunburst, but I needed to know how to make a sunburst because I needed it to look.
Okami? That sounds right. Puma Brettle.
No.
No?
No.
Skyward Sword?
No, Emil did Okami before I was ever doing his stuff. Might have been Okami Den. Maybe Okami Den? I don't know. I feel like it was more recent than that. Maybe I learned it way back then too. I don't know. Anyway, I don't use it very often. There's not a lot of times
where you need a sunburst.
Yeah, and also if you just need a quick sunburst, you can just Google it. But if you need it to be specific, then you want to know how to like make it. Anyway, I've also had to do half toning.
Yeah, you've done a lot of half toning lately.
I've done some half.
Yeah.
I've had to do half toning, and I knew how to do half toning in college, but I absolutely had to like look it up again because I was like, how do you do? And it's a process.
I had to do it when I took screen printing because anything I designed had to be half toned for screen printing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. You got to change layer modes multiple times, and it's fun. I enjoy that sort of thing. But anyway, that was a long tangent. But it was...
You staring at the wall again?
But it was important. Darn it. It was important. 500 bits from Radio Dread, who says, I missed Friday's stream because I fell asleep way earlier than I normally do, 11 p.m. instead of 6 a.m. That might be both a good and bad thing. Good thing is that the VOD exists. Have a great day, you two. I think falling asleep at 11 p.m. is pretty good. Between the two, I'd probably lean 11 p.m. more than 6 a.m. Although falling asleep somewhere in the middle is fine on the weekends. I don't mind going to bed at like 2 or 3. Ashlina says, what is halftoning? Quick version. Halftoning is where you... I'll tell you what my reasoning for using it is, right? Yes, Jules, we have. Whenever you... I mean, I guess the original purpose is for, like, screen printing. Whenever you take a image...
Newspapers used it, too.
Whenever you take an image that has transparency and you try to put that onto a shirt, you can't print something that's semi-transparent. I mean, you might be able to with certain techniques, but for most printing onto shirts, you can't do that. Things are either opaque or they're transparent completely. There's no in between.
There's ink or not.
Yeah, you can't do half ink, half not. So halftoning is the process of taking something that would be like half transparent and instead turning it to either opaque or transparent dots. So if you've ever seen, what's some of the famous pieces?
Roy Lichtenstein.
Yeah, Lichtenstein does the famous like comic pieces where you see the dots.
The really massive paintings of the comics.
Yeah, people don't know how big they actually are.
Oh yeah, those things
If you see them in person,
huge.
they're gigantic. They're super huge.
But like, if you look at that close, like, it'll be like a woman's face, and it'll be solid red dots for her face, but when you step back, it's peach colored.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is that you're taking these, like if you want something to fade, then you would do halftoning on those fades, and then you still get that illusion, but if you're up close, you're realizing that it's actually like dots in various sizes. That's halftoning.
If you look at like photographs in newspapers when they're printed in black and white, like look real close.
Yeah, it's something that everyone has seen, but they may not be aware of what they've seen or the reason that it was there. But that's the big reason, is that it just you can't print half transparency. So yeah, I've been whenever I've been working with the artists for the artist series stuff that we've been doing.
And the next one.
Yeah, and the next one. I'm the one that handled the halftoning on that. So if anyone has any issues with the halftoning, you gotta take it up with me. Because I'm the one that handled that part of it. Arian661 gifted a sub to Purple Poyo. Thank you, Arian. 7 months from Star Pony. It says, happy 7 months, the sun is shining and it's finally in the mid-30s outside after several weeks of frigid temps. I'm glad that the temperature is moving a little bit for folks. And like, you know, mid-30s is still, I mean, at least to me, it's cold, but
spring is coming.
Spring is coming.
We watched a video last night that was reposted by our weatherman, and it was someone who had set up a camera from a skyscraper in Chicago of Lake Michigan, and like a big chunk of ice just breaks off from the shore and like floats into the Lake Michigan. It's
really cool. I don't know how easy that would be to find, but it was neat. Yeah. It was neat to the point where I would have searched it out.
When I say big chunk, I mean like miles.
Yeah. It was just really cool to see it naturally break away from the other part of the ice and then just slowly fade off in the distance. It's a very like wide shot. Yeah. So you can see a whole lot. So it's really neat. We got 500 bits from Ollie, who says, morning, Stephen and Mal. Sad times as we finally had to say goodbye to our dog, Dirk. And Boo, our other dog, doesn't know what to do with herself. She's never been alone before. Good vibes would be appreciated.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes. I know we were basically just talking about this same situation. Because we did a little update video
on Saturday
about the fact that it's been a year since Sagan passed away. It's hard. It's so hard. losing Sagan was the hardest part of my life, and I imagine that losing Dirk is probably a very similar feeling for you. So allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to hurt, and understand that there's no timeline for that. There's no expectations of, oh, it's been X time, I should feel better. That's not how it works. And just give Boo lots of love.
Yeah.
Give Boo lots of love. And just watch to see signs of, whether or not at some point Boo may need a friend. Because that's kind of been where we've been at for the past 12 months, is watching Kepler change, and in some ways become a little more to his true self. That's one of the interesting things that may happen, is that you may see Boo change a little bit, starting to develop some of that independency. But yeah, it's still extremely hard. So good vibes, and I certainly wish you well, because I've been there and it's awful. It's truly awful. We got 500 bits from Winneapolis. This is morning, folks. Recently I went to Costco for the first time in years, as my family just got a Costco membership. I decided to get a snack in bulk, as I needed something to munch on while studying. I decided to go for the Kirkland 3-pound tub of peanut pretzels, as I remember hearing someone talk about it on Disco, and it has now become my favorite snack. Thanks for the quality entertainment.
I was seeing if ours was around for me to trip over.
I finished that one.
You have another one, I know.
I do have another one. You made me finish it live on air. It was during a breakfast stream that you tripped over it, and you said, you have to eat these now. And chat was like, make him eat them now. So then I did. And now they're gone. Yeah, the peanut butter pretzels are fantastic. They're also fairly filling, because, pretzels are fairly filling, and then peanut butter is fairly filling, so you got a good combination there.
There's a granola bar.
Yes, floor pretzels.
I forget what it is. But it has like almonds and stuff, and just like a little bit of chocolate, and it's really good. We have them.
The nut bars?
Yeah, the nut bars.
Oh.
Those are good.
Yeah, that's another Costco thing. They're very, they're very, filling. To be honest, if you're looking for like a granola, if you have a Costco membership and you're looking for a granola bar, well, it's not granola.
No,
there's no granola in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bar. What do you call a granola bar that's not granola?
They have like an actual name.
Is it it's just nut bar, and I hate that. There's got to be another word. And it's not a protein bar. It contains protein, so it should be a protein bar.
They are just called nut bars.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Anyway.
With cocoa drizzle and sea salt.
They're really good.
It's almond, cashews, pecans, and then a few other things.
Yeah, they don't have, they don't have peanuts in them, so...
I can eat them.
So, Mal can eat them. Don't ever call it a nut... I don't want to call it a nut bar.
That's on the box.
That's just what they call it. It's just what they call it. Anyway. 200 bits from King Kong 927. Appreciate it. Thank you. 29 months from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord, who says, Persona Dynamics. I can't find my train. 11 months from Kira Like Skittles. My substreak is one of the only ways I can tell how long the pandemic has been going on. Thanks for always providing content to get us through quarantine, grandparents. Yeah, that's right. Next month will be officially a year. And it's a long time, but also I think at this point the propulsion of time rifting through our lives has been so quick that people don't... It's not that we don't know this. Like, we clearly know this. A year has passed, but it doesn't feel quite like a year. Rachel says snack bar. Let's call it a snack bar. Let's call it a snack bar. Snack bar, I guess, also has like vivid imagery of like an entire tabletop lined up with various snacks.
So during Extra Life.
Yeah, but I'm still willing to stick with it. It also means that you could have a jolly and say, will you go to the snack bar and retrieve me a snack bar? And that's kind of fun. I like that. Vegetable Sorbet gifted a sub, several subs actually. One to Jabo041, one to Not Jim, and one to Inzuni. Sorbet, thank you. 300 bits from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord. Grandpa still hasn't quite figured out the whole Twitch thing yet, it would seem. It's a work in progress. Mostly it's just, I changed Chaz's thing, but I only changed it on Friday nights, and everything is a different thing, so I'll have to change it again for,
First 20 stream.
First 20 stream. Mm-hmm. I'll probably remember, maybe. 510 bits from Another Tower. Hey, grandparents. While the stream happens at midnight for me, so it's not easy to catch live, the VODs have been a fantastic comfort as I try to get through being non-binary in the less friendly parts of Australia. Appreciate everything you two do. Really looking forward to Mal's next painting. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm also looking forward to Mal's next painting. You have no idea. I mean, you really probably don't have any idea, but I do, because I get to see it, and it's great. It's really great. And I'm really glad that we've helped cultivate an environment here which is just inclusive and, I mean, friendly. And, like, the friendly part's not something really that we do. That's something that all of you do.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that. So thank all of you for being welcoming and friendly and inclusive. Jules, I am not friendly. Grr. Except Jules, who is not a friendly person. I think it's because he wakes up every day and he stares at the wall and he goes, wait, how do I play the guitar? I really got to figure this out today. Because I got to make like a video. I got to like play a song. He's sleepy. He's just very sleepy. 28 months from Sephiroth. Finally, a month number to correspond to the temperature. I really hope that it doesn't mean it only goes up 1 degree by March. It would make for a very awkward summer. Because that means summer would only be like, what is it, 32 or something. It'll probably go up more. 7 months from JJ102. Hello, Steven. Please tell Mal she's amazing and awesome and she deserves her recognition. Much love, fam.
Thank you.
Mal, you are amazing and awesome and deserve your recognition.
Thank you.
That being said, I'm your biggest fan. And don't let anyone else tell you
I am the cheese. I am the best
I am the
character on
cheese.
the show.
No one else gets to be the cheese. I am the biggest Mal Makes fan. I think I've talked about this before, but one of my favorite parts of, being a part of the Mal Makes production process.
You do a lot.
Well, one of my favorite parts is being able to, like, suggest, well, let's say heavily suggest. Heavily influence what gets painted. Because, like, at the end of the day, I'm like all of y'all. I'm like, ooh, man, Mal's gonna make a painting. Ooh, I wonder what it is. Ooh, I can't wait to see what she does. Like, I'm still that person. Like, that's everyone in the audience, like, oh, I wonder what Mal's gonna paint. This is exciting. Yeah, me too, except I get an advantage where I get to be like, Mal, paint this.
Paint Bioshock.
Do this. I want to see you do this. And I have a lot of pull because she'll be like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, do that. It's fun. I have the ultimate backstage pass. Noah says you claim you're the biggest fan, but have you actually bought an original canvas? Oh no. Well, you know. One day. We never ran beans. I take it back. Well, that's because the humidity is 47%.
Mm-hmm.
And we've learned, once you're above 40%, the static is largely gone. Once you're above 45%, I don't think there is static in the room. I really don't. I think that we're
No.
pretty we're at pretty good.
This fleece blanket should have static. It does not.
The one thing that I noticed is Jules, I can't even do that.
I can't even do that.
We keep rediscovering paintings that Mal did, and I'm like, oh yeah, whoops, forgot about this one.
I was gonna say I don't remember their names most of the time.
Yeah. I forget you painted them. Like, once I see them, I'm like, oh yeah. But then they're not. There are some that are more memorable than others, so those are the ones that I remember. Once it got cold, because there was a few days where it got really cold, and I guess the heater was just working overtime to get enough heat into the house. Humidity plummeted. I mean, I was running the humidifier all the time, and I still could not keep it. I could not keep enough moisture in the air. So that part was bad. But the good news is we're getting closer to March and closer to spring, so the amount of time left that we're going to need the humidifier is falling. So
we have to clean it, dry it out, put it away when we're done. Can't just throw it in the closet.
Oh yeah, and that's fine. 6 months from Riza Luca, who says, happy 6 months, grandparents. Hard to believe that 6 months has passed since April 2020. Finally out of quarantine, and I can now see my friends at a respectable distance away and make breakfast for myself again. Nice. It has been 6 months since April. It has been 6 months and 2 months and 46 months all at the same time. Another 6 months from DJ Moore 15. Hello from Oklahoma. Been watching for a while now, but I don't usually chat or comment very often. Thanks for the many years of great entertainment. Still trying to wrap my head around the fact that a week ago today it was below -10, and today it'll be over 70. Okay, you win. I was talking about the extreme temperature changes being like slightly below freezing and then 65. That is more extreme. That is more extreme. But, I guess take it while you can. Take a walk. That's my thing, is once it's warm enough, I'm like, I want to get outside and just walk around for a little bit. It's nice to be getting exercise because of the dance pad.
Yeah.
But taking a walk is just, it's nice to walk. It's nice to walk. 7 months from Roma. It says 7 months. I need to think about a name for this Twitch baby. Another news update on my mom who tested positive for COVID a couple weeks ago. She's made a recovery and is out of quarantine. Good.
That's great.
That is a good update. Glad to hear that. I wish I had looked at numbers for vaccine distribution, but I do know that number go up. So it's been a few weeks since we talked about it, and
I think
number
we're
go up.
at 10% in our state who have had their first dose.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Still near the bottom for our state, but
yeah. It's work in progress. It's gonna take a bit, but it gives me some hope. I know that there's a few people here that have gotten their first shots.
Yeah.
Probably a few people that got.
We have some friends that are getting theirs, family. My grandma gets her second one tomorrow. I mean, she's 92, so it's exciting.
A doodle says 65 million overall U.S. That number seems really high.
That sounds right to me.
If that's true, that's cool, but that seems like a lot. It's true. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because the country is, 330 million? So 65 is a sixth? That's a sixth of the country. Wow. Oh, Cody asked a good question. Is that distributed or administered?
Administered.
That's administered. Wow. Joe says, yeah, if I'm wrong, Google is wrong. Fair.
No, it says administered. Well, I mean, this is...
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Administered. Now, okay. So when I say a sixth, well, the way I should put that is a 12th, right? Because it's a 2-dose thing.
Yeah.
So a 12th, realistically, is a better estimate there, because that's doses administered. That's not
Fully vaccinated.
That's not fully vaccinated. So some of those could be 2 for one person, but it's better if we think about it as a 12th. Much more accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, that's pretty good. We're on our way to, a 10th of the country. It's slow going, but we're getting there. 29 months from Cinderdog. Haven't been on here in a bit, but I'm currently on spring break. No, I have no idea why my university decided to name our week break in February when we are covered in snow and are under freezing temps spring. But whatever. Good morning. Spring is in your heart. It's in your heart. Thank you, Andrew. I'm good at the tiny maths.
Multiplication, addition, subtraction, division.
Well, yeah. Anytime the numbers have 2 numbers, I'm cool. When we get to 3 numbers, I'm like. And
or letters.
We don't put letters in math. 300 bits from Squid says, I just want to hear clown before I go. Fair. 300 bits from JJ says, hashtag Team Mal for life. Love you, grandparents. I'm also on Team Mal. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, hard drop, because come on, but also Team Mal. Empire Builder 19 gifted a sub to Giggletail. 300 bits from Cabry. I hate being so old that sleeping hurts me, and I'm only 33. You're gonna scare the 20-year-olds. It's true. Just in the last 2 years, there's definitely been times where things that definitely didn't hurt a decade ago do hurt, and I'm like, oh, that's not right. And it is wild how if you, and it's not even your fault because you're sleeping, but you'll go to sleep and you'll sleep in just like slightly the wrong way, and you wake up and you're like, oh no, what happened? At 23, you really bounce back from things. At 33, you're like, Sassy. Hey, 20-year-olds, look after your body now so when you hit your 30s, you won't have this problem. I mean, you'll probably still have a problem a little bit, but you'll have less of a problem, admittedly. We're less malleable. But Anne says bodies just suck. It is true. It's true. It is something that is always breaking down, and it's just, it's literally,
messed up to begin with.
Well, it's like as you progress, it's about constantly fixing it. Just constantly fixing it, and that's before you take into account anyone that has any sort of pre-existing condition, which makes everything even harder. So, yeah, everyone take care of themselves the best they can, and we'll just go from there. Keep it light, keep it light. We're all getting old and it hurts. 30 bits from Gamer Girl. So I just bought a 2014 Subaru Outback and sold my 2005 Jeep, so here's some bits to celebrate. Nice.
Cool.
Welcome to the Subaru Club.
I like the Outback. Steven just likes being up a little bit higher because he's so tall.
Yeah, the Outback would have been fine, but I can no longer drive cars.
Yeah.
I had the Escape for too long. I sat up in the air for too long, and anytime we had to rent a car, the way I've described it is it feels like my butt is dragging the ground. Which turns me into a leprechaun, I guess. But like it's just it's too scary. But once I'm sitting up in a little bit, then I'm good. I really want to know what it'd be like to drive a semi. Not that I want a semi, because that's too hard. But like that level of height, that's got to be very invigorating, empowering. Like to be that up in the air. I'm sure it comes with its...
You could just drive one of those really big RVs.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it would come with its own set of problems, because, like, it's hard to drive one of those. But that would be really neat. Shout out to any truck drivers that we may have. 11 months from Meowstick. He says, it's been a while since I could sub, but I wanted to get back to it. Well, welcome back. A leprechaun for you. 300 bits from Line Rider. Double plus. I was going to resub myself, but Orange's generosity spread to me. Now I'm back on campus, and I'm a lead tutor and a grader, so I've got a lot on my hands. Good vibes? Good vibes. Absolutely good vibes. Sounds like you have a lot going on. But, you know, that can also be a fun thing.
Yeah.
To try and keep yourself busy. 29 months from Hiryu. Appreciate it. 3 months from Svandera. He says, hooray, the sun is shining and my workday is over. Enjoying your stream. Well, the sun being out at all is I'm going to call a pro during February. 30 bits from Danny X6. Is there anything special about the 24th birthday? 2 days later and all I feel is fatigue. 24th birthday is... I think, for me, the areas between 22 and 25 really blur together. Mm-hmm. I feel like getting over the... I mean, not the real hump, but an imaginary hump of 25 was notable, because it was like, okay, now I'm on to, like, the latter half of the 20s.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all birthdays are special. You aged another year. The fatigue... Use your birthday to get more sleep. We could all use more sleep. Everyone can use more sleep. There's very few people that I'm like, no, you are adequately rested. The older you get, that just gets worse. It gets worse. I did it. I'm still here. You can't get rid of me. Okay, but after the stream, you have to take a nap.
Maybe.
300 bits from Satsy. So I've been growing a few more seeds since the goji sprouts are doing so well. Today, my radish sprouts forced up some loose soil to tell me, hi, we've been growing for a while, but we were too deep. Plants are amazing. Plants are amazing.
Radishes are great. We went for a walk yesterday.
We did.
And there's a house that has mushrooms growing through the vinyl siding, which is probably really bad, but it was neat.
It was cool, but when we walked past it, we were like, oh, that's really neat. I bet that's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
Well, keep walking. We looked it up.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. If you've got mushrooms growing out of your house, that means that the moisture has permeated the wood, and they're, you know... That alone is not good, but it's affecting the structural stability of your home. But it does look kind of neat. If you get enough, you can be like a witch or something. I don't know. Return house, get a new one.
Well, based on the house, I think they actually might be under warranty still.
Actually, yeah. Did y'all see the video? I want to say it was San Francisco, where they moved the home. It was like a 140-year-old Victorian home. And someone paid the money. It was like $400,000 to move it 6 blocks. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
Do you remember the one time we went to visit Emil and TRG was there, so we stayed in a hotel?
Yeah.
Where we stayed?
Yeah.
They have a ton of old houses that they've moved there and made like a neighborhood for like a museum thing.
Yeah.
We never had a chance to go through those houses, but that's something I would like to do sometime.
I remember that vlog so well because it's the vlog where I most evoked the spirit of Tom Scott. Because we were at Stone Mountain, and I started the vlog with just like a tiny history lesson. I was like, I have to focus all my energies to do this Tom Scott bit.
And then the Weather Channel was there and wanted to interview us about.
They were looking for
people to ask about influenza and the weather.
They were looking for man on the street interviews, and they're like, "We're with the Weather Channel. Would you like to be interviewed? It'll be on the channel." And I was like, "Nope." And they really looked surprised. They were like, "Oh." It's like, I have things to do and I do not care. I'm sorry. Bye. It's We got 25 months from Laney Bears. This is 25 months. Not a super happy month for my family, though. Could I have some good vibes for my sister? She's getting her thyroid removed due to cancer.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Good vibes. A constant reminder that, you know, everyone in the world is going through something different at some different time. And certainly us and Chad as well is going to send some huge good vibes your way. All the best to your sister. We got 7 months from Deranged Anime. Good morning from the gym, everyone. No badges here, but checking in to get hyped for coffee later. I mean, I get hyped for coffee.
Coffee's good.
I do, you know, most of the time, I'm a single...
Cup of coffee guy?
I'm a single coffee guy. I wake up in the morning... This is coffee music. Is this coffee music? This feels like coffee music.
It's how I feel when I drink coffee.
Is this the song that plays in your head?
Yeah.
Do, having coffee. Bum, bum. Usually single coffee person. There are absolutely days it gets to be about somewhere between like 2 and 5 p.m. This is about once a week where my body goes, you're not awake enough. And I have another coffee, and I'm like, no. So, what is that? 8 coffees a week.
Oh, Kippy roll.
You're very cute.
You're very cute.
29 months from Ultra Husk. It says, 29 months, woo, am still only half awake, and I can't really think of something inventive to write, but know that you two are super cool, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ultra Husk, I appreciate it. Max says, I'm a single coffee person, single liter of coffee. Have you seen the, I think it's from the newer episodes of Looney Tunes, where Bug says, yeah, I have a cup a day, and then the camera zooms out, and it's a cup that's this big, and he's pouring an entire pot. When I see that, I just think of my dad. My dad can put down some coffee. 300 bits from Platinum Pikachu. Watching yesterday's Extra Life, Cold Stone Creamery, I remembered the time I played Wii Sports Tennis with a Wiimote in each hand, controlling both players on one side. It actually worked quite well. We just watched Sonic.
Oh.
The Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
That vlog's scheduled for today at 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to make sure I got it out before I did the first 20, ideally. And there's a scene in the Sonic the Hedgehog movie where Sonic is playing table tennis with himself because he's fast. They're really trying to push that he's fast. He's fast. But that would almost work too, where instead of being both players on one side, you could play both yourself and then also the opposition, where it's just... I've never seen that. I've never thought to do that at all, but now I realize that really is starting to verge on performance art. There's a great part of me that would love to just go live someday with just Wii Tennis and me in the frame and just staring at the camera and playing both sides. Does that not feel like performance art? That feels like performance art. It needs to be more performance art. That's my takeaway here. 300 bits from Cinder Dog. It says, speaking of losing pets, I had to put down my dog, Dusty, on January 28th. This Sunday will be both my 1-year anniversary with my boyfriend, but also 1 month of her passing. I decided to order custom plushies of Dusty for myself and my older brother. I cannot wait for her to come back so she can be back, but also to surprise my brother and sis-in-law with her. That's a cool idea. I mean, first off, sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And even at a month, I mean, I can only speak for us. I can't speak for everyone, but at a month, the very raw emotions were subsiding, but the emotion was still very much there. But the custom plushes is a very interesting idea, and I think it's a really cool idea as a gift for your brother too. Mm-hmm. That's a good way to keep the memory alive. Shortly after Sagan passed, we had so much stuff that was sent to us, so many leathers and cards and things, which we really appreciated. One of the things that was sent, someone had sent us a pillow, and we keep the pillow on the couch, and it's got a picture of Sagan and Kept Together. I think it was taken from one of our Instagrams.
Yeah.
And that's been something I ended up appreciating a lot more than I thought I would. Actually, you know, and
I was going to mention the urn.
Yeah, and the urn too.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's going to feel different about that. Some folks are probably going to feel different about seeing imagery of their pets after they pass. So your mileage may vary, but that's something I actually really have really liked. It kind of makes me feel like he's still here in a way, which is really nice. And yeah, the custom urn is really good. We get 11 months from Shadowlance, who says, my work has decided that I am working from home for the foreseeable future. Time to go in and clean out my cubicle. There's advantages.
Yeah.
There's advantages, and
I also understand people who don't like to work at home, though.
Well, I think people, not to step on any toes, I think people think it'll be easier than it is.
Yeah.
And they realize relatively quickly that it's a little harder than they were suspecting.
Mm-hmm.
But one big advantage is your personal toilet. There is no toilet on earth like your toilet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not the same. And can you really go if you're not fully relaxed? Asking the big questions. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Double Z the Queen. Thank you, Anonymous.
Thomas raises a good point.
Your work toilet has free toilet paper.
If they buy nice stuff.
I mean, yeah, you could get...
The school district did not buy nice toilet paper.
You've been in a bathroom that's got single-ply Scott, and you're like, who put wax paper in here? What kind of monster, you know? Also, shout out to anyone that, like, has gotten used to single-ply Scott tissue paper and can use it. I don't know how you do it. We accidentally bought it once, and I was like, I can't do this, and we had to return it.
It was Costco.
Costco.
Yeah. We just returned the rest of the rolls that we didn't use. And Costco was like, yeah, no one likes this stuff.
I mean, it's not impossible to use it, but like it...
Like if you have to, but...
It's something where like my life has been 2-ply, and dropping down to single-ply was something that I could not adjust to. I could not adjust to. Oh. Scott Natural's the one with no roll, thicker and actually very soft. Yeah, it's there are lots of toilet papers out there. I'm also the same way if you go too far the other direction. Because some people, I've been in some people's bathrooms, and
Moving on.
This is important. I go to pull off the toilet paper, and it's a gosh darn towel. I don't know, is it Charmin or someone, they make, once you get to 3-ply, I'm like, whoa. But there's some of the 3-ply is just, it's thick, man, and it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. My butt does not need that level of luxury. It just doesn't. I don't even get to see it. So I don't even know what's going on back there. I'm willing to use middle of the road. Where were we? 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang, who says, as of today, I'm on vacation for a week and a half. That means I get to clown around and do whatever I want. Nice.
Cool.
A week and a half is a good amount of time, too. That's a lot of time to... start. Like if you could start a sizable game and finish it. Mm-hmm. That's where my mind goes. I'm like 9 to 10 days. That's you can pick up a decently sized game and work on that. Let's see. 500 bits from Nat the Hunter says, I find it fitting that you put out the video of 1 year of Sagan's passing, as we got a call from the vet that our cat, Maverick, needs to be put down. This is my first time experiencing a death of a pet, and I don't know how to take it. Can I have some good vibes for today, as it will be the hardest thing I've ever done as we put them down today.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. There is no easy way to discuss it. There is no easy way to handle the emotions. Knowing that going in, I think will help just a little bit, but it's just understand as you move forward with this that it is hard. You're not alone. You've got so much solidarity from us and so many folks in chat who have lost pets and have been in that exact situation. And yeah, it's gonna hurt. Just allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to take the time to process those emotions. And I wish you the best. I wish you the absolute best. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be a hard day. It's gonna be a very hard day. I send good vibes and my love, though. I really do. I've been in that situation. It's not very fun. We got 22 months at tier 2 from Kikyo, who says, "Hi Stephen Mal, 22 months. I'm actually up early enough to watch today. Now it's because my puppy has surgery. Minor, he's fine, but small victories." Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's any little things, man, with pets. Whenever I remember Sagan, there was a point where folks probably remember this from the vlog. There was a moment where we had noticed something under his tongue.
Yeah.
And we were like, what is that? So we took him in, and he had to have a little tiny kitty surgery for that. Ended up being nothing, but it was, you're doing your best to take care of him. So you're like, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Let's see what this is. 28 months from missing no leader. 28 months in my job finally seems more stable with the new receptionist hired. Also starting to collect COVID-19 related objects to donate to my local museum. Things definitely seem to be on the up. I'm not exactly sure what that means. COVID-19 related objects to donate to my local museum. It's just an interest. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I don't know if Missing No Leader has more input on that, but that's...
Any examples?
Yeah, any specific examples, but that piqued my interest of what does that mean exactly? Yeah, I'm guessing history too. I'm not sure what specific thing that is encompassing. Anyway, feel free to jump back in. 5 months from Young Link Society, who says, "I made it to a breakfast stream. Thank you, Los Santos." Shout out to Los Santos. 510 bits from Mr. Gameboy says, "Steven, I know math can be hard with leathers, but I think you can handle this one. With this 1 + x = 2. Okay, that's 1. I understand the basics, that it is part of the equation is missing, and as long as you have the other parts, you can make it work. But do I hate it? I hate it. I hate it." 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang with just the clown.
Missing No Leader said signage and such.
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. That was the one thing I wasn't thinking of. But yes, that actually makes a lot of sense. I was like, what exactly would there be? But yeah, signage makes a lot of sense. And it's true. I mean, certainly not in our lifetimes have we experienced something quite like this. So getting a chance to see signage up that talks about, masking up and social distancing, that's... Can you imagine getting a chance to peer into the future in 2019 and just seeing that and being like, what's that? And the person from the future is like, don't worry about it. You'd be like, but what is it? And they're like, don't worry about it.
See, I thought it was interesting that they took photos from the 1918 pandemic.
Yeah. And
compared them to how people were masking now, nurses and such.
Yeah. And there's a surprising amount of similarities too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of similarities. Obviously, we're a little more modern You know, we know a little bit more about science in 100 years, which is good, but there's still a lot of similarities. They were figuring stuff out too. 300 bits from DC Racer. Can I get some good luck and good vibes as I prepare for finals Thursday? Hashtag quarter system gang. P.S. Steve and I drive a 45-foot Totodrome, and it's great and terrifying at the same time. I understand that there's the fun of it, and then also being like, oh god, this thing is very, very big. I mean, when you talk about wide turns like that, that's it. That's wide turns. Mm-hmm. That's some serious wide turns. Otherwise, good luck on your finals. Quarter system's a great system. Personally, I recommend it if you also have Fridays off. Feels like you're never in school. 300 bits from Jithy Picard. I'm at work, waiting to start for the day, and I just thought I would say hi and clown.
Clown.
10 months from Crimson 430. 300 bits from Goldmage says mushroom facts. They're not plants. They're not animals. They are eukaryotes. I said that right. But then, like bees and most birds, they can't really fly, though their spores can float in air for great distances. They also taste delicious.
Some of them.
Some of them, probably. Some, you know, it depends. DC Racer says the whole rig length is 98 feet. Gracious.
Noah's proud that you pronounced it right.
Oh, I did? Oh, great. Eukaryotes. Yeah, I feel like as a general rule, I do all right with pronunciation. But also the best subject I had in school, the one I did best was spelling. So generally, if I hear something, I can usually spell it all right. And I try to carry that over to being able to read things okay. Just don't ask me to do math. 30 bits from Javoka. Good morning. Today marks 1 year since I joined the Patreon, and I couldn't be more happy to be a part of it. I love everyone on the Discord, and it's really fun there. Nice. Well, congrats on being on there for a year. Certainly, I appreciate it, so thank you for the support. And then also, I'm just happy that there is I say flourishing, because it's still flourishing, but it has also flourished in the past. Like, it's such a good group of people. So, yeah, I'm happy that folks are getting a lot of use and value out of that. It's always fun it's fun for me because I'll read like the patron gaming room, which only really applies if you're playing the games, and I don't have context for stuff that's happening in there, and I'm like, it's fine. 30 bits from man. Speaking of mushrooms and related life forms, my bed has 2 distinct colonies of fuzzy black mold, which are so lively that they audibly vibrate. Oh, wait. Hello, felines. Fuzzy black mold, it's not completely inaccurate. Because really, I mean, they affix themselves to things.
Just like Kepler is affixed to your lap right now?
Yes. Fortunately, the mold spores move. Because I have to, like, feed the mold spores. Gotta water the mold spores. It wants a scoop. Shh. 550 bits from Zeta Program. Good vibes for everyone. Feeling a bit tired, but trying to push through the day at work. Hope y'all have a good breakfast. I hope you maybe get like a second wind.
Yeah.
At some point. It is hard getting through the day when you're feeling a little bit tired. We got 2 months from Sunny Amby. 4 months from Never Challenge the Chat. 4 months. Just 44 more until 4 years. Thank you, too, for all you do, especially with how busy you two were last week. Thank you. Last week was busy. Mm-hmm. This week's actually going to be pretty busy also. As a reminder for anyone that came in late and doing a first 20 stream later today, don't have a time specifically in mind, but my guess is somewhere between 1 and 3 Eastern, probably closer to 3 Eastern. There's a lot of fun games that I have lined up. Might allow some voting, might not. I have too many games to play. So if I decide what I want to play before the stream, then that'll be what we play. And if I decide, one of these, then there will be a poll. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Because I want to make I want to keep the genres, like, varied. So I like doing that. Through 22 months from Shy says, this is something my family did. We haven't done in a long time. We put together a puzzle. It was 1,000 pieces and a painting of a street in Venice, Italy. We stayed up until 12:30 a.m. to finish it that night. Oh. Sunday, not something. I can't read. This Sunday, my family did something we haven't done in a long time. Putting together a puzzle can be a lot of fun.
Lindsay just put one together that was complicated. And when we were there for the Super Bowl...
We helped her
frame it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like this long and only this tall. And then
it was just shades of brown.
It took all four of us to put the glass on, well, plastic on it and like flip it. And
I think one of the fun, interesting things about puzzles is that the completability, like the speed in which you complete it, like scales probably almost 1-to-1 with the amount of people that you have. So like if you've got several people working on a puzzle, it's not necessarily it'll go fast, but it certainly goes faster.
Yeah. We did that cat puzzle during Extra Life Week.
And that was all in just one sitting.
And it was... Dan worked on it a little, but it was Lindsay, Chaz, and I.
Yeah. And like... good point, Thomas. When it's just one person, it takes a while because Lindsay had been working in that puzzle every Saturday when we were on Discord chatting. She was working on it by herself, and it took her a few weeks, actually, to put it all together, but she got there. 510 bits from Tired Psychopomp. I have too many games to play. The Stephen George story is probably a good title for your biography or memoir. That's always been the story of my life. I was having problems with that in high school. I mean, I just did. I was working on games, and then other games were being released, and I was like, crap. And in high school, I was also trying to make some games, too, so I was really divvying up my time too much. But now it's worse. There's too many games I want to play, and there's not enough time to work on them. There's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, it's actually relevant. Am I interested in playing any other series? Yeah. I'd love to play the Final Fantasy VII remake. I did the demo of that, and I
want to play it.
And I'm like, man, I really like the battle system in it. It's great. Probably don't care about really playing it until like all of the parts are out, but that would be cool at some point. I really liked the way the battle system was done in that game. So, and 20 months for Luke Starks. Woo, 28 months. Hey, how you doing? Hope you're doing all right. Just finished it. It was great. Well, that's good. You're gonna be waiting so long for all. Yeah, and that's also fine because again, there's too many games. Metroid Prime has been on my list for a long time, and like, there's nothing I can do about it. You know, there's so many things that I want to play. Anytime folks ask about, you know, waiting a long time for like a Let's Play to drop, I just tend to remind them about BioShock.
Yeah.
Because BioShock was on the list of things to play for so many years, and it took a long time before I finally did it. But it came. It happened. Ran a charity event for my dad's birthday last night where we raised like $2,000. I saw that. Congrats. That's awesome. It's such a cool thing to do, too. 300 Bits Manager in the Kitchen says, how many scoops of ice cream is best? 1 scoop is one flavor, 2 scoops and the flavors have to complement, or 2 scoops of the same scoop, 3 scoops slightly chaotic, but 3 scoops of the same. Wow. Sorry, just clowning around with the scoop. He's asleep. He had moved a little bit. He had moved a little bit in his. He had stirred earlier, but now he's asleep. I'm gonna seriously answer this question though. One
scoop of ice cream.
Just one. In a tea mug. One in a tea mug. Some caramel syrup. And then that's it.
See, I really want a banana split.
I have never liked banana splits because they contain bananas. Is that weird because I eat bananas?
Yeah.
I don't want my bananas and my ice cream like getting together for a party. That woke him up.
Kippies.
That burst of air. All right, so let's talk about things that are happening today. I know I already said First 20 stream, which is true. First 20 stream is occurring at an unknown time, but before 3 p.m. Eastern. So I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, today I said at 1 p.m. is Sunday's vlog. That's already scheduled, so that's good. More Pikmin today as we continue through mission mode. And then at 6 p.m., the continuation of Bowser's Fury. Yeah. Facebook says also the Sony announcement. Sony pulled a Nintendo, man. Their Sony Direct was this morning at 10 a.m. So it's exciting. I'll be checking that out after. Other things that we're doing, we are going to be retiring hot chocolate because we're starting to get out of hot chocolate season. Our two mainstays are coffee and tea. We'll probably at some point in the future add another option, but we're probably going to be retiring that after Thursday. So, how far have we gotten on hot chocolate? Hot chocolate was actually
it's about 2,000 down, or 1,000 down. Sorry.
It's less than 1,000 down. It's 1,000 down from tea.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Because we had eggnog, and eggnog did really well, but hot chocolate, that's astounding. That's astounding how many votes hot chocolate got. But I think we'll be retiring that at the end of the week. So that's going away. The other thing is that this is notable. If you haven't already picked up,
that's why I gave you that mug this morning.
Oh, you're so smart.
I know.
Oh. Yeah, the Heart of the Wild design is throughout the end of February, so just a little bit left for that. The next design will be soon. I'm waiting on I'm waiting on a sample to arrive.
It should be here soon.
Should be here pretty soon.
It's on informed delivery, so.
And then that'll be available starting in early March. I would love to be like, it'll be available March 1st, but I don't know that specifically, so I'm just going to say early March. So we're getting there. And then that's it. Otherwise, this Friday we're not doing Zelda. We're actually going back to Bowser's Fury to finish that up.
Yep.
So the first time we've taken off from Zelda in a bit, but I'm looking forward to that because Mario is fun. It's so fun to do co-op Mario. I really, really love... I love playing games with you, but then also I love that you get to just zoom around and fly and cheese a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's enjoyable. I think that's fun. Yeah, I think it's it. There's no way the hot chocolate's gonna... I have my doubts that hot chocolate could surpass coffee or tea by the end of
Thursday.
That seems very unlikely. But stranger things have happened. Stranger things. All right, folks. We're gonna... There's a lot of champ points being redeemed. We're gonna wrap up. I will see you...
Later today?
We'll get a lot of games to play and a wide variety of genres. So it should be a fun one. Have a good Tuesday.
You also mean the royal we. I'm painting.
They know that. Mallory does not appear on First 20 streams. She is a busy person with many important adult things to do, like continuing to paint. It's a beautiful painting. It's beautiful. I can't wait for folks to see it. Okay, it's appropriate. Chocolate Dome, or Cocoa Dome. Ooh, Thunder Cocoa. There's also a lot of things about nut bars. God, I hate nut. Man, y'all have. Sorry, we're just gonna go back to camera just for a second so I can see. Wow. Like, before we went to the post screen, it was over 800 away. Now it's 700 away. Like, that's how much progress was made in like a minute. Number go up. Okay. You have one more stream. Well, I mean, technically you have first. Well, it's not on screen, so they won't know.
I know.
They won't know the numbers until Thursday. They won't know the numbers till Thursday. Okay. I don't know that I don't believe in chat, to be honest. They might. Don't double negative my double negatives. All right, we're done. Y'all have a good one. But man, you guys might actually pull this off.